Oregon trying to pump their own gas.
All I saw was the complaints about them, oh, we're gonna get these gas fumes, and over the time we're all gonna get lung cancer. Like 800,000 of us haven't been, 800
Yeah.
million of us haven't been pumping our own gas for hundreds of years here. Like, are you guys? It's the most hilarious thing I've read.
Some of that's true. I don't know if we've been doing it for hundreds of years,
Yeah, I
but
don't care.
dude, those photos and those videos of people like there's that one of the girl like using it like a super soaker trying to hit it into the hole.
Seriously,
You've got to check it out.
I haven't seen any videos, but it's like how stupid can somebody be? You literally just put it in there, lock it in, choose it, and you sit there and wait.
And dude, there's people that like so you pull up next to the side you're on. There's people that
Yeah.
have the hose going over the whole entire car and using it on the other side.
How inept is how dumb can somebody?
Dude.
I just don't get it. Like,
After this podcast, just YouTube it. But let's get loaded.
how do they?
Let's just do it. Welcome to the Loaded Box Podcast.
Where we never finish first, because we finish last.
Thank you once again for tuning into the Loaded Box Podcast. I'm Ben, that is DJ, and dude, rate me. How have I been doing on the outro there? Nothing?
Nope, I got nothing. I'm back.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask you because you're like, I want a little walk-up music when I come in, and I've been giving it to you, and you haven't given me any props.
That one was loud. I could hardly even hear what was going on.
Oh,
You
sorry.
didn't fade it out as good.
I was really jamming. See, look at this. I give you a little bit of the song, and all you do is
I
complain
liked
about
it, but I wanted it a little quieter, a little faded. Also, we need to start doing instrumentals and not words, because when they're singing behind,
Oh yeah, that was me singing.
no, it's them singing.
Nice. Well, this is not the Oregon Pumping Gas podcast, but rather this is the Loaded Box podcast, and we are doing NFL playoffs divisional round preview. We are looking at a couple of games here on Saturday. We got the Falcons and the Eagles. Atlanta is favored by 3. You want to kick off with this one?
You know how much this sucks to have the Packers not in the playoffs? You understand?
Oh, I totally understand.
No, you don't get it. You don't get it at all, because you don't know what it's like to actually enjoy it every year.
You don't know what
And
it's
then-
like to never enjoy it, so go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I would love. It's once you get used to something, though. How weird was it for you once the Dolphins made the playoffs? Did you even know what to do with your hands?
No, I tried standing that entire game.
Did
and
you
then
did you
couldn't do
forget to watch that playoff game because you're so used to not watching the Dolphins that you even forgot they were
It's
on?
like, oh shit, that started at noon?
You're like, oh fuck, the Dolphins are playing. Antonio Brown already scored 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, tuned on and it's already over. You got Matt Moore getting yacked on.
That was one of my favorite moments. Was the Dolphins finally making the playoffs, and Antonio Brown houses one of the first 5 seconds. I'm like, you're done.
I text you and I was like, dude, I'm sitting. I'm back. I'm sitting again.
All right, let's go. We got Atlanta -3 at Philadelphia. I'm taking Atlanta here. I have no faith in this Philadelphia team in their first game at home. All Philadelphia does is they blow things. They blow guys. If you are a guy, they just blow things. They don't get nice things. You just don't get nice things if you're a Philadelphia fan. You're not about to win this game. You lost Carson Wentz. You don't get nice. He's a nice thing. You don't get it. I wouldn't be surprised if he tore his ACL next year or he just somehow became bad. Don't get nice things. I'm sorry. A bye week with a guy who's really not ready to take over this offense yet almost hurts him, I think. He needed another week of playing. So I think Atlanta coming in off the big win against Carolina.
They didn't play Carolina. Nice try, though.
I mean, sorry, who'd they play?
Los Angeles Rams.
Sorry, against the Los Angeles Rams. Yeah, the biggest. Fuck that.
You been drinking?
No, that was New Orleans. I got it all confused. They're all in the same division, so I got them all fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
All right, I got this. I'm going to take Atlanta straight up.
I'm not done yet.
Go ahead.
So, big win against the LA Rams.
Nice.
Against a good team, a team that played really well. Their defense stepped up. Vic Beasley's healthy. Big Dick Nick. I can't trust him. It just comes down to that. I don't trust him. I don't trust Philadelphia. I think the bye week's actually going to end up hurting him because he needed more time, like to get used to this offense and get with the wide receivers. I don't think there's much of a chance for that. I don't think there's any chance for them. I don't think there's any chance that Philadelphia wins this game.
Totally with you. I'm going to see what I can do here to spice it up because you couldn't have been worse there. I mean,
I only said one bad thing.
Just admit it. That was bad.
No, I was fine.
It's that bad. If you're still listening, thank you. I'm going to save the podcast right here, right now.
I got the wrong team.
I am straight up, and I'm against the spread here at Atlanta, and I like this a lot. This is my favorite one of the week. I said it on Sunday on our Instant Reactions pod. Eagles have been just terrible without Wentz. Like I said, they beat a terrible Giants team, 13 offensive points versus the Raiders, and shutout versus the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Not impressed with Atlanta whatsoever, but I said it as well. That was my instant reaction. Free pass. They've been handed a free pass to the NFC Championship game here.
Yeah.
If this would go to 3.5, I'd be a little hesitant of it, but I'd still take it. Like it wouldn't hinder me all that much. I'd still like it.
I said this last week. Atlanta's just got a really talented team who can almost hide the stupidity, the averageness of Matt Ryan, who makes this team worse than what they are. It's really weird to say that, but he makes them worse than what they should be. He really does. But they have so much talent on offense, enough talent on defense, that they should be able to handle a Carson Wentz-less Philadelphia team with ease. And, I mean, they were in the Super Bowl last year.
Right.
They snuck in this year. It seems like they have that confidence finally. I just don't – I don't even know if I'm not even excited for this game. I'm actually excited for the 2 Sunday games. I'm not excited for either Saturday game.
Me too. And I actually really agree with Vegas on this one because I think it's going to be low scoring. I saw the over-under at 41.5. And what I think Philly's going to try to do is just kind of try to play keep away and slow the ball down. But at the same token, it's like at some point that Eagles defense, they're going to play bend but don't break. They're going to break. And I just don't think they can hang for 4 quarters. Like at halftime, if it was like a tied game or a 3-point game, I wouldn't even be worried if I had bet on Atlanta because I think over the course of the game, they're going to end up wearing that defense down. And I mean, even a double-digit win here wouldn't surprise me at all.
That's why I think ultimately they're going to wear that defense down. And Philadelphia is, I think, the number 1 defense against the run.
Yep.
So Atlanta might struggle there. But I think it'll come down to just wearing them down. So, yeah, Matt Ryan could fuck it up by having to throw a little bit too much if he's Matt Ryan. The way he's been playing this year, he just throws picks. That's what he does.
Yeah. Julio kills the Eagles, though. Like, Julio's got a great career against the
ultimately,
Eagles.
I think they're just going to wear them down and just be too good. And just Big Dick is going to put them in bad situations, I think, period.
Agreed,
he's just going to turn the ball over.
Like I said, the last time they were on the field, they didn't score.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no confidence. I don't know how you could bet on the Eagles. If you have a reason why you can bet on the Eagles, please tweet at us at Loaded Box because I'd like to hear it. Let's go to
Philadelphia.
Let's go to the second game on Saturday. Titans at Patriots. We got Patriots at 13-point spread in a divisional playoff game.
Yeah, I put their over-under of the spread before the spread came out at 15. I get 13 points. I came up with a score prediction. I'm trying to remember what it was just in my head. I think they're going to win 42-9. So I was thinking 33 points they're going to win by is what I think the score is going to end up being. I mean, let's think about this. Fucking goddamn, what's that guy's name? The author that wrote that ESPN article.
You're asking me who an author is.
the guy who wrote the article.
About Brady and Belichick.
Out of the Patriots.
Okay. I don't know his name.
So there's a big anti-Patriots basically article. That's going to give them all the ammunition in the world. The Patriots already think it's them versus everybody. I mean, Tom Brady last year wins the Super Bowl after a 2-year-long battle with Roger Goodell, and all he does is come out and win a Super Bowl after that. This is the same type of thing where people just think they're falling apart. They're going to come up and they're going to put a bunch of points on the board really quick, and Tennessee's not going to be able to do shit at all until maybe the end of the game, which I'll get to a little bit later when we talk to FanDuel. But they're just going to go in. 13 points? Shit, give me 20 points. I'm still taking New England.
Curious as to how are they going to get to 9? Is it going to be field goals, or are you predicting the safety?
3 field goals.
Okay, 3 field goals. I like it. You said they're going to score at the end of the game, and they're going to settle for field goals.
Yeah, no, they're gonna kick 3 field goals.
I like it. Okay, I'm with you here. Straight up, obviously New England. Against the spread, I'd say New England. I'm not going to recommend this one for some reason. I don't know why. It's got a weird feeling. They could legit be up 19, 20 points, go into the fourth quarter, give up a garbage touchdown, and you get screwed. So hesitant on this one. I like the earlier one in the day a lot more. But man, I would not be surprised if Gronk outscores Tennessee this week. And I don't do this often, but that's my bold prediction. Like that is a bold prediction. Titans are solid against the run, but Deion Lewis has really just taken over the backfield. He's effective as a pass catcher. I think he's going to do well. Belichick, he's known for, like in these big games especially, he'll take away your team's best. So he's going to sell out. He's going to stop Derrick Henry. He's going to make Mariota try to beat them. And breaking news, dude, that ain't happening.
Let's be fair, though, that New England does have the second worst pass defense in the entire NFL. So I don't think they'll sell out on the run, seeing as they suck against the pass.
It's Mariota.
Yeah, he had a decent game though, but it's just you can't solely think that that's going to happen because Tennessee can run the ball, because New England's secondary does need help. Like they suck.
A little bit, but they still have playmakers. And
dude,
you're not scared of anyone on that offense right now at all. You're just not. And Mariota's not catching his own touchdown this week. Like he's not doing that again.
Yeah, but you think that Tennessee doesn't drop every damn ball this week either.
So here's my.
I'm almost changing my own mind here.
I thought about this though. So I think there's one way Tennessee can win this game. Their only chance is if Brady goes in complete sabotage mode. Like, and he just tries to throw it. Just because of the debate you're talking about.
They would have sabotaged his TB12 legacy.
Well, you know why it won't happen, though? Because Belichick will legit bench Brady if he would ever try to do that, and Hoyer could take care of the Titans. Come on. And that's another bold prediction. Hoyer will come in, take care of the Titans. It's not a big thing. Bold prediction, you got two of them already.
Yeah, no.
All right, Sunday. Jaguars at Steelers. Steelers -7 against Blake Bortles, who blows, by the way. What do you got here?
Give me all Jacksonville +7. I think I'm basically like a homer here. Like, I am like on the Jacksonville train. What was the score the last time they played? All I know is Ben Roethlisberger threw 5 interceptions. Looked like just absolutely dog shit against them. He was just handing out picks. He was just
wait. Who do you want straight up? Who's your straight up pick? Are you predicting an upset here?
I think Jacksonville's winning this game.
You have Jacksonville straight up.
Straight up and +7.
Loaded.
I think they do it again.
You're loaded.
That they hit him. So his thing is to they're going to give the ball to Le'Veon Bell a ton, because that's where Jacksonville it's their weakest point of that defense.
Yeah.
But they can also load the box up against Le'Veon Bell, and let's take the chances that Antonio Brown, coming off an injury, is actually let him prove to me that he's what he was before he was injured. Because I don't think he is. Plus, you have the best cornerback in the league covering him. I'm singling Jalen Ramsey up on a one-on-one, and if Jalen Ramsey doesn't think he's worth his time, Jalen will match up against Juju Smith or Martavis Bryant, whichever one's kind of giving him the most trouble at the time, and just throw what's his name from
Abuye.
Abuye. AJ Abuye, my favorite way to call him. On Antonio Brown. I don't know what we're going to see out of Antonio Brown. I'm not very confident in his abilities coming into this game, but I think Roethlisberger's a head case, and they already just beat the shit out of him. And I believe in my boy Blake Bortles, man. I know he only had 87 yards passing, and I know Pittsburgh's going to load that box. I think that play action is going to work for him, and I think there's one guy who's going to have a particularly big game. And I'll get to that.
Yeah, I figured as much. I agree with you on the whole Antonio Brown thing. There's no way I'd use him in daily fantasy this week, but we're going to differ on this game because straight up I'm taking Pittsburgh. And against the spread, I think this is the hardest of all the games. So my official pick is I'm passing. I don't like it. If I had to pick.
You can't pass. That's not your official pick.
If I had to pick, my official pick is passing. If I had to pick, I'm taking the Steelers.
Who'd you take?
The Steelers. If I have to.
-7?
Yeah.
Okay, so his official pick is Pittsburgh -7.
Yep, but I'm passing. So
no, there's no passing.
The Jaguars showed they could hang with them once this season. And
hang? They beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah, I should have said this opposite. They already showed they could beat them, and we already saw that lesser teams can hang with Pittsburgh. We saw the Packers without Rodgers hang with them. There was a couple other teams that they struggled with throughout the year, but dude, in the playoffs, you've got Ben Roethlisberger, multiple Super Bowl winner. There's no way a Blake Bortles led team is beating a Ben Roethlisberger led team. I don't like it whatsoever. I don't like it against
They
the
just did,
spread.
though. I don't understand. They already did.
Doesn't matter. It's playoffs. It's a whole different game, man. That
You
game
didn't
was
say
like
in the playoffs. You just said there's no way Blake Bortles led team is beating Ben Roethlisberger led team,
okay.
but it's
Well,
already been done.
when you listen back to this rewind, you'll hear it. Okay.
What's the cutoff on me?
The main reason I don't like it against the spread, though, is that Jags D, and that's super obvious, especially with Ramsey playing against the injured Antonio Brown. But Le'Veon Bell, like you said, he's going to be the guy. He's going to be the key to the game. I expect him actually to have a good game as a pass catcher, and I don't do this often, but I got a bold prediction. He's going to get 10 catches. 8 to 10 catches for Le'Veon Bell, my bold prediction of the week.
You know what I love about Jacksonville is like their whole like mantra. Well, I guess like fans and outsiders mantra for them is jagging off, and the best part of them is Jags D.
Oh wow!
So
a lot going on there.
We'll play there. We'll play on words. Yeah, you like that?
Nice. Well, let's go on to this is the game of the week, Saints and Vikes. This is the one most everyone wants to see.
I'm gonna be an asshole here.
Oh, I can't.
Like if I were a Viking fan, I would probably be. I wouldn't even listen to me. They're gonna listen to me right now just so they can get really mad at me and be like, "Fuck this guy." I love New Orleans plus 4.5 here. They're gonna go into Minnesota. Let's see. First of all, Minnesota's not going to the Super Bowl this year. When the Super Bowl's there, it's just not gonna happen.
But if they win this week, they do, right?
Number two, New Orleans is for real. They've got the offense. They can. Drew Brees obviously can throw the ball downfield. They can run the ball. Alvin Kamara is for real. They have so many options offensively, and the fact that their defense finally caught up this year, finally caught up. I wish the Packers could do that, but their defense finally caught up and is playing as good as they are, and Cameron Jordan is playing so well. Marshawn Lattimore is going to lock down Stephon Diggs. I know that leaves Adam Thielen still. Like, they'll have a plan for him, but I just don't think that Minnesota will be able to run the ball. I don't think they're going to be able to throw the ball. I think you're going to see a lot of Case Keenum finally reverting back to being Case Keenum. And New Orleans, I think, they're going to be able to score against this team. They're going to be able to control the ball. They're going to be able to score. Minnesota's got all this confidence because they haven't had to play Aaron Rodgers. See, the thing with Minnesota is they were so confident because they didn't have to play Aaron Rodgers twice this year that, like, last year they had to play him, and, you know, they were doing good, and then Aaron Rodgers kind of turned into Aaron Rodgers, and all their confidence went down. This year they didn't have to lose that confidence because there was no Aaron Rodgers in the division, so they're kind of building up. But Drew Brees is here to knock that shit right back down, put them back to where they belong. I think they win this game by 10 points.
So you're taking the dog,
easy,
but winning by 10 points.
Yes.
All right, so you're saying more than anything, money line that shit.
Yeah, all day.
All right, well I'm going to disagree again. You're really confident. You're more confident than I am.
That one's my most confident game.
Wow. So straight up, I'm taking the Vikings here. Against the spread, I'm not huge on it, to be honest with you. If I had to do it, I would.
Fucking go again.
Yeah, but if I had to do it,
commit a little bitch.
If I had
I can't
to
believe
do
you're
it,
getting married. You can't commit to shit.
that was good. All right, if I had to marry someone in this game, though, I'm taking the Saints. I do like getting the points, especially if it's more than the field goal. I just like Minnesota to win this game because I talked about it all year. I don't see the glaring weakness. And in this kind of a game, I'll take the home team.
But what about the Saints?
What do you mean about the Saints?
Wait, you don't see the glaring weakness from either?
I'm sorry, I don't see a glaring weakness with the Vikings. Like, there's not... You would think so, but...
I still think so.
He really hasn't done anything yet.
I'm never going to believe in Case Keenum. There's no chance I ever believe in Case Keenum. Like, there's nothing that's ever going to get me over that edge to be like, okay, he's actually good. Because we've seen too much of not actually good.
I mean, just wait. He's going to... I'm with you, but he's going to start somewhere next year. You know he is. This QB-hungry teams. He's going to start somewhere.
For sure, and it's not going to go well. Like, at all.
Well, and one other thing that I kind of like about the Saints is they showed last week they can win in the air, they can win on the ground like they've been doing all year. I just have a little bit more faith in that Minnesota defense than I do in the Saints defense, and I think this one's going to come down to which defense plays better. I really do.
But go ahead.
No, that's where I was going to end on that. I have a couple more points, but I'm just saying I think this game really comes down to whichever defense plays better, and in that kind of a matchup, I'm taking the Vikings defense over the Saints all day.
See, I think that the Vikings offense is just not good at all. I just really don't think they're that good. I just don't. And that New Orleans defense can take advantage of that. And they have so many weapons on their offensive side that their offense, New Orleans offense, will outplay the Vikings defense more than the Vikings defense would outplay the New Orleans offense, Vikings offense more than the Vikings offense would outplay the New Orleans defense, if that makes sense.
No, my head's spinning.
Yeah.
I do sort of agree that 4.5.
Because of the matchup, I think.
Okay. I do sort of agree that 4.5 might be a little too high. So, like I said, I'd probably have to take Saints against the line. But I see Rhodes kind of taking away Michael Thomas on this as well. And I think this could be another game where a guy like Ted Ginn's going to have to make a big play.
Yeah, Drew Brees doesn't care about taking one guy away.
I don't see it. I think Minnesota's going to really try to limit anyways, Ingram and Kamara. And, I mean, Vikings' pass defense is better than what Carolina's defense was, so I don't see Brees having as easy of a day.
This is almost the kind of game where I could see Ingram and Kamara playing a lot at the same time.
Yeah.
Where you have that threat of Ingram running the ball and Kamara maybe to potentially catching the ball out of the backfield, so you have both those options available to you at the field at the same time. But that's just my theory.
Okay, well, it should be a good game. Looking forward to it. Let's move on to some daily fantasy picks here. Did you do a stack or did you do just a single quarterback?
I don't like it. The stacks really suck.
I sort of agree. I'll get to that as well. But what's your?
I didn't want to give like Tom Brady,
Okay, well, I did.
The Titans, because everybody's going to take that. Like, you don't want to just do the same thing everybody else is going to do. So I'm doing the opposite of that. Taking Marcus Mariota 7,500.
Wait! You can't do this again. Last week, all you did was contradict yourself, so you couldn't be wrong. And this week,
no,
shut up. You said that the Titans were going to score 9 points and it was going to be field goals. So now you want to buy a quarterback that's not even going to score a touchdown?
I have one theory about this.
Looking for a new podcast partner. Send in your resumes.
No. I have one theory behind this, and it was I did the same thing last week, and I was right basically both ways. So I have one theory behind this. I did say 42-9. Even if the Titans end up putting more than 9 points, might be a little sarcastic, the 9. But even if they do, I still love New England minus 13. No, I don't even think that's close. I don't even care. If they put up 21 points and they score 42, it's still a 21-point game. So, quick math right there. I'm a genius. I like QB Marcus Mariota, 7,500 at New England. And the only wide receiver I touch is not actually their wide receiver. That's the tight end. Delaney Walker, 6,200. New England has is 31st against the pass, right? Everybody thinks they're going to run with Derrick Henry. But they are the second worst defense against the pass. I remember you earlier saying they were getting better and their rankings went up, but it fell right back down to 31. So they really just never improved. They didn't. Plus, the fact that I think it's going to be like Blake Bortles type garbage time for Marcus Mariota, that they might be down so much that they play just to prevent defense, and in the last quarter and a half, that Mariota could be running around the ball a lot and have lots of open guys under where he could score 1 or 2 touchdowns that seriously don't matter. It could be 42-0 at that point. He scores 2 touchdowns at the end of that game, and you're still covering the spread, and you've got magic points out of Mariota at the end of the game.
All right, so the garbage points. I like that. That's not bad. But you're just going to upset people in daily fantasy because at halftime he'll have 2 points and then he'll finish with 23.
I'm going solely off of garbage time points in this game because I didn't like any of the other matchups besides Tom Brady.
All right, you did spin that in a way I didn't see coming, and my hat's off to you because anyone that can just bank on garbage points, that's who I want to follow.
That's what I'm doing.
I like that. Hey, I rolled that with Blake Bortles that year.
You did.
Scored all of his points in garbage time, and it worked. So I don't care what you have to say about Tom Brady, and I typically don't go expensive at quarterback, but I'm doing it this week, and I'm getting bargains at other positions. Brady's most expensive, obviously, $8,800, and I'm doing this more so because I don't like the matchups of the other quarterbacks right now, and Tennessee's bad against the pass, 25th, I believe, solid against the run, they're in the top 5.
I say that every week, yeah.
Yeah, but like I said earlier about Deion Lewis, I think he's going to be effective in this game, but it's going to be through the air. And I think Brady's going to end up shining. And even if Brady plays like 3 quarters, if they do blow him
he's definitely going to end up shining.
There's
no doubt. He's definitely going to dominate this game. There's no doubt. I don't think anybody can argue against that.
Yeah, I just don't like any of the other matchups. So
I was trying to stay off of that, but I do have guys that you can match up with Tom Brady, because I had a feeling you'd do it because you're kind of a pussy, that you can match up with Tom Brady that will give you some leeway going forward. So if you're like a pussy like Ben, I've got some guys for you.
Yeah, so do I. That's how I did it. I started by saying, dude, you can go bargain other places this week.
Yeah,
I've got a strategy. No, I got a strategy this week. So go on to your running back.
My running back, I'm going Jerick McKinnon. It's kind of the same thing. Basically, my theory right here is the same thing that you're saying with Dion Lewis, right?
Yep.
I think Jerick McKinnon 6,500 versus New Orleans. They're playing in Minnesota. I think McKinnon is kind of the X factor for Minnesota. If they're going to win this game, I think it would be on the back of Jerick McKinnon. Even if they don't, I still think Jerick McKinnon has a good game. I think Saints' defense is pretty good versus the run, and I think it's not great. It's average against the run.
It's legit
good,
middle of the
bad,
pack.
It's about average.
It's legit middle of the pack. We have the same guy.
Yeah.
McKinnon's my bargain guy, so I'm right there with you.
Yeah. And then Lattimore, I think, is going to shut down Stephon Diggs. I said that. But I think they're going to throw the ball a ton to McKinnon out of the backfield and also give him the ball. I mean, if he's going to be in the backfield, he'll get, draw plays. He's pretty explosive. I think the way they use him is going to be maybe the most important factor in this game for the Minnesota Vikings to give him a chance.
Yeah, I only had one bargain back this week, and I'm right there with you. We said that New Orleans defense it's kind of better than most people thought it was going to be this year. I think going into the year, everyone's
it went from 32nd to 17th or whatever.
So definitely improved. But yeah, middle of the pack versus both the run and pass. Latavius Murray has been featured more recently, but I'm right there with you. McKinnon's going to be the pass catcher, and that's where he's going to excel in this game. You're getting the half PPR in a FanDuel. I looked back at a lot of McKinnon's scoring. He sort of hit or miss. But at 6,500, he does offer some really nice boom potential as a bargain play. He went on a streak earlier this year, over 20 fantasy points in 3 out of 4 games.
Yeah, those first couple of games I picked him up, and he just shined for me.
If you can get something like that for 6,500, that's one of my bigger bargain plays.
And he's a more explosive guy, so you've got that huge, like you said, boom.
Yeah.
Like if he gets an open, a lane, he can bust through that thing and be gone real quick.
Agreed. Do you have any other running backs?
Nope.
All right, I want to pose a question in case you end up going like the Mariota route. If you want to go expensive at running back, Le'Veon Bell's 9,400 and Alvin Kamara's 8,900. So if you go bargain elsewhere and you want to go expensive at running back, which one of those two would you use?
Bell and who?
Bell and Kamara.
Kamara. Let's be honest here. Minnesota is one of the best defenses in the league.
Word.
I love Le'Veon Bell more than almost anybody at running back position in this league. Big man crush on him. Jacksonville is, they're going to use the shit out of Le'Veon Bell, so he'll carry the ball 25, 30 times. Just hand it off to him.
Yeah.
So he'll probably have 35, 40 touches just alone, I think.
Yeah.
I got to go Le'Veon, just because of pure how many opportunities he's going to get.
Yeah, volume
how many
for
touches
sure.
he's going to get.
Right.
Jacksonville's weakness is run. He's always good. It's what you can't just do one thing to stop this guy because he can do everything. I'm going Le'Veon 100% here.
Yeah, 9,400's a pile, but I'm with you. I think,
it is. That's why he's 9,400.
Right, but Bell's the key to the Steelers for this game. I don't think the team.
100%.
Yeah, I don't think the team even lets Ben throw 5 interceptions again.
Yeah,
that's true. It's going to be the Le'Veon Bell show. So yeah, I think I would go Bell as well.
I know it's a conflicted because I had Le'Veon Bell and I have the biggest man crush every year on this guy. I'm going to get him next year. I guarantee it.
Yep.
But I love Jacksonville's defense as well.
Yep.
So. And I hate Ben Roethlisberger, so I'm a Jacksonville guy this game.
Hey, maybe he hangs it up.
Yeah, fuck that guy. I hate him.
What's your receiver position looking like?
I'm going 2 weeks in a row. I'm going for. I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm going a guy from Jacksonville, Jaguars.
No, what are you doing?
If you want to fade this and go somewhere else, go for it. I'm taking one more shot at it. If they're out of the playoffs, you guys don't have to worry about it next week. But if they're not, I'm probably going to pick another Jacksonville wide receiver against New England.
Confidence is
Can you imagine if Jacksonville gets against New England? I have to pick a Jacksonville wide receiver.
Oh, God. You probably pick.
The secondary is so bad.
You'll probably pick 2 of them.
Oh, yeah. No shit. Marquise Lee, 6,400 at Pittsburgh. He's their best wide receiver. I think Pittsburgh. You don't not put 8 in the box every play against Jacksonville Jaguars, right?
That is true.
Every time. So Blake Bortles, in order to win this game, he's gonna have to throw the ball. He had about 3 games in a row there. He played unbelievable. Like, everybody's like, what the fuck's going on? Like, even I was like, holy shit, they're going to win a Super Bowl if Blake Bortles plays like this. He's throwing the ball all over the place. I have faith in Blake Bortles. I don't know. Just because they're not letting him throw the ball doesn't mean he can't throw the ball. He did have a couple of struggle games, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But they do just feature the run, so it's hard to get in a rhythm when you're running, and the team shows no confidence in you. He's going to have to throw the ball. I think that'll build confidence in him that they'll throw the ball a little bit more. And like I said, Marquise Lee is that best target on there. So I'm gonna put my faith like if Blake Bortles giving it to Marquise Lee right in the butt.
What was his price? Free?
6,400, 6,400, which wasn't that cheap for him. I thought.
It's kind of right where it is. But yeah, in case you don't want to use a Jaguars receiver, I found two guys that I sort of like under $6,000, and I said earlier that I like Brady as the expensive quarterback because I don't like the other top quarterbacks in their matchups, which really means I don't really like their primary receivers. So I think this is your opportunity to go bargain. And I talked about Ted Ginn. I think he's 5,900. I said how Rhodes could cancel out Michael Thomas. I think the Saints will still make plays in the passing game, and I think Ginn's another possible boom bargain play. So I like him.
Yeah.
And then one other guy
real
quick.
The only thing that worries me about Ginn is he only gets up for those 2-3 games against fucking Carolina. So he's probably just not going to show up for this.
He's boomer bust, man. He definitely is.
But it's Carolina. He has that special thing against Carolina because they didn't make any offer for him, and then he was just gone. So.
Yeah, you're probably right. This is his week to drop a bomb. You're going to be like, oh yeah, he's good for an 80-yarder, and then he'll go right through his arms.
That's what he does.
All right, well, then my secondary option here is Mohamed Sanu. He's only 5,800. Do we really honestly think that Julio scores 2 games in a row?
Who had more fantasy points this year? Julio? Just because he had more yards, probably.
Yeah, he had 1 million yards still.
Yeah.
So we saw
it felt like Sanu had more fantasy points to me. It's so weird.
Yeah, he had 9.5 last week, 75 yards, 8 targets. Eagles were the top fantasy defense against the run, only 17th though versus the pass. And I said earlier, Philly's D,
that's their weakness.
Yeah, and they're eventually going to collapse. I think
they die on that double move.
Yeah, which I don't know. I mean, Julio is probably a good player still too.
He
but
probably is.
If you want to go bargain though on that team, I think they break down at the end. I think
what's that little fucker that Taylor Gabriel could be a.
They ignore him, man. I wouldn't use him.
Yeah. But he could be that little speedster that gets out there that's not Julio.
Dude, he got out there so much last year, and he was a game changer. Just kind of like in
we predicted his downfall this year, though.
Yeah, he was kind of like Tyreek Hill mode.
It was kind of easy.
Well, I kind of think it's like the offensive coordinator because Sarkisian has not used him. I was watching for him, and he was hardly even on the field last week.
Yeah, some guys just don't deserve the ball.
Okay, good take.
I just don't think that. I don't think that he's as good as what he had. Some good opportunities in open space to make some plays, but I don't think you can rely on those year to year. That's why you see those guys go from what they did to falling off the radar like a Lockett and a Cordero Patterson the next year.
Yep. For your tight end, so did you use Delaney Walker or are you going somewhere else?
I'm sticking with Delaney. I didn't want to it's lucky that I go one tight end. There's no fucking way I'm choosing 2 goddamn tight ends.
I would expect nothing else from you. Yeah, anti-tight end DJ. That should be your new Twitter handle.
It should be.
All right, so for my tight end, dude, I'm not breaking any news here. You got to use Gronk if you can afford him.
This is Gronk shit again.
So this is what it is, though. This is my ideal pairing with Brady, and I think when you use Gronk, you have an absolute positional advantage over everyone just because of how good he is. So if you can go expensive at quarterback and tight end and get these bargain guys, and if a couple of them hit, this is the week, I think, to pair Brady and Gronk. I think Ertz, honestly, is the only other fairly expensive option that I even consider. Hate him with Foles, though. I can't see doing that. Very little faith in any other tight end on the board this week. I'm sticking to it. I'm going expensive at quarterback and tight end, and I'm finding bargains at running back and receiver.
Yeah, that's just you and your Gronk thing.
I mean, legit opportunity to be the best tight end that's ever played if he can find a new back.
Should we hit on the national championship game?
First, let's talk about Gronk. When he goes into the Hall of Fame, instead of having a bust, should they just make that fucking arm brace that makes him look like a robot? I think that should be his bust.
It should just be like a statue of the number 69.
Oh, that's so overplayed. I'm sick of that, to be 100%
He
honest
loves
with
it,
you.
man.
He loves it, but
How awesome would that be for him, though?
I like the arm brace.
I like this
What,
69
what do you
statue.
want to talk about national championship?
Bet to a guy and how much that touchdown was beautiful.
What?
It put the game over and didn't it ended that game so perfectly for me because the spread was 3.5 for some people, 4 for me. So it was no extra point, which in the NFL they require them to kick the extra. Well, maybe not in overtime.
Not in overtime.
No, not in overtime because that'd be pointless. But it worked out. I just wanted the game to get over with. I'm score a touchdown, get this over with, so I can end up covering this. But that Tua guy and what the fuck is going to happen with Jalen Hurts? I was really surprised. I was like, really? He's taking out the guy who was starting for him the entire year?
You could see in Saban's head when the quarterback took that sack on that first play in overtime. You could see by his expression, he was like, I'm going to get so much shit for benching the SEC Player of the Year in the national championship game. And he comes back and just throws. He hit the turkey hole.
This fucking guy, he fucking comes out and has that great drive. And I'm like, okay, everybody, let's not get overconfident. And then he comes out and he throws a pass where not a single goddamn wide receiver was even looking his direction.
Oh, that
they
was
were
terrible.
blocking downfield and throws it right to fucking Georgia's defense. And I'm like, that's what I would be worried about.
Yep.
That's it right there. That's going to be a downfall. Then he comes out and shits all over my face again. And then just dominates some more. And then wins that after that 50-yard sack. Throws a fucking dive where he puts the safety to the middle of the field by looking there for it seemed like an infinity, and then turns and somehow still throws it 40 yards up the dive down to the left side because he moved that safety perfectly.
What happens to Hurts? He's
gone.
Is he done?
Yeah, because you can't go back to him next year.
That's so rough. And Georgia's in a weird position too because I think it's Eason who started the season.
Yeah,
he's transferring to Washington. And then you got Fromm, who's going to be a sophomore. And they just pulled in the #1 quarterback recruit in the nation as well.
Fromm's the man, though. I love Fromm.
Yeah, I could probably see
he's going to be a top quarterback prospect.
If he can develop and get a little bit more arm strength, probably. I don't know.
No, he's fine. The one thing I don't get about him, and I tweeted this, is it seemed like every time he was throwing a sideline route, that the ball came out. I don't know if this is an option, but it looked like he was going to fly 40 yards out of bounds. And it would be on the money.
Yeah,
and I'm like, it looked like it slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, there's a little bit of float to that. I don't know.
No, but it looked like as the ball was leaving, as the ball was still in his hand, it looked like he lost it every time, and then he just pushed through it. But somehow it would just end up being on the money, and I thought it was going to go 30 yards out of bounds 15 different times. I'm like, how the fuck is this guy pulling this magic trick out of his ass? Why does every ball look like he lost it while he was throwing it?
Probably because he's only 18 and he's not fully developed.
Dude, if a freshman can do that against Alabama's D, I don't care. He's going to be a top prospect. That guy's good.
That was nice. What a great game. That was a great game.
But he'll probably end up disappointing everybody next year because that's what Darnold and Rosen and... Rosen was good, but Josh Allen, what the fuck is he going to do with him? Did this year, so... Not
draft him. That's what I'm going to do to him.
He'll probably still get drafted in the first round.
Oh, well, the quarterback-hungry teams at the top of the draft are just sick.
But he's not. Lamar Jackson should be drafted ahead of him. Am I wrong?
The Browns have the first and the fourth pick. They should take 2 quarterbacks. Just double down.
I completely agree.
Why not? Let's just keep going. Who do you like best at quarterback in the draft?
Rosen. He's
got
Rosen? That cocky confidence swagger.
Yeah.
Some people think that's a problem, but I think if you guys can get a guy that's cocky and he's not like Johnny Manziel, just run around, short, small hands, can't really do much. He's actually got that. He's a quarterback. He's got the ability, unlike Johnny, who I never thought was going to be good at all. You need that confidence to be a good quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, I haven't really gone all in on a college quarterback since Andrew
Luck.
Yeah,
I haven't. Oh, you're about to?
No, well, yeah, I'm about to.
Oh.
Because I haven't done it in a while. There hasn't been that can't-miss prospect, that guy that I'm confident is going to do it.
Ugh.
And you might think I'm crazy here.
Yeah, you might be.
I am in love. I'm writing him a letter tonight. I am in love with Baker Mayfield.
No.
Why?
He just, I don't know. I know everybody loves him, and he's got this bet. I can't sit here and buy into this, Big 12 winging around offensive guy that's undersized. I don't care. People are like, Drew Brees is undersized, Russell Wilson's undersized, but I don't think it translates. I don't think his style of play translates. I just don't think it does, and I don't think he's a guy who reads defenses. I think he has talented wide receivers, waits, and then makes the throw once they're open. Like, he doesn't make the anticipated read.
So my thing with Baker Mayfield, and I agree with you. I don't like that defense of like, oh, what about Drew Brees and Russell Wilson? Like, you don't want to draft the outlier like situation like that. You don't want to just like, oh, this guy can do it, he can do it. Like, more often than not, you want to draft the prototype. I get that, but Baker has.
I'm not even close
He's got
to
the
that
moxie. He's got the wins. He's got the experience. Yeah, he's cocky. He's whatever. You need a little swag out of your quarterback. You legit need that. Look at Phillip Rivers, man. Like, what is Phillip Rivers if he doesn't have that attitude? Like, that's what I like about Baker. He's not going to be an idiot like Manziel. He's not going to flame out like that.
Phillip Rivers is really nothing in general. He just has attitude.
I will be legit excited. And I don't want to talk just about the Dolphins here. I will be legit excited if the Dolphins could somehow land him and let him sit a year behind Tannehill.
There you are.
Like, that'd be awesome.
Oh, God, the Dolphins shit. No, man, that'd be perfect. Johnny Manziel. Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield at the Miami Dolphins. I would love it.
Yeah, me too.
Because I like to see you just get excited about a guy and fuck up. The only can't-miss prospect in this entire draft, skill position-wise, usually offensive linemen are pretty can't-miss, some defensive linemen. But I think Saquon Barkley, I think that's obvious, but Saquon Barkley, he's the best. He's the best player. He's the best player in this draft.
Yeah, and recent running back success is going to make him obviously be at the top pick. Man, what I hope...
I want him on my team if I don't care who might run it besides like Le'Veon Bell.
I don't want him to go to the Jets, but man, there's an opportunity for him to go to the Jets, and I think that might be one place where his...
Aren't the Colts at number 2?
No, the Giants are.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Because they suck. Because I know the Colts want Saquon.
Yeah, because dipshit owner Irsay said he legit came out and said that he wants a running back early.
Yeah, he wants Luck and Saquon Barkley together.
Yeah, maybe Saquon could play like left guard.
the thing is, like, you see people saying that Saquon could be out Andrew Luck. Some people predicting he may never play again.
Dude, who performed his surgery? Your uncle? Like, what the shit? Dude?
I think he's. I don't think there's zero chance he doesn't start the first game next year. Like, come on.
You'd hope so, but we also thought there was a zero chance that he wouldn't see any action.
Yeah, but we were predicting like week 9, so there's obviously issues. Yeah. I thought he was going to play for sure, but
yeah,
come on.
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about, or can I go eat?
No, you can go eat that ass. It's ass season.
Well, thanks again for listening. Said it earlier, I'll say it again. Ask us your questions on Twitter at LoadedBox.
Check out our blogs.
I'm getting there.
I know. I just felt like yelling it, man. Those people are fucking putting in work. I haven't even done shit.
They are. Our authors are crushing it right now. Check them out. LoadedBoxPodcast.wordpress.com. Yeah. Check us out on Sunday. We'll recap the divisional round. Check us out on iTunes. Appreciate the latest subscribers. Keep doing that. Leave us a review. We'll read the funny ones. And with that, enjoy divisional round playoff football. Send us out. 3J.
Bye.